Hi guys! I am back again. To your screens like I never left. Yes, so I'm back with this beautiful lady. I know you saw her before, she's here again. Yeah, you know her name, Joy in human form. Yeah, so we are back again. Before I continue, if you are new here, carry me to the fun side and subscribe to my channel. And if you are old here, you know it's about to get good. Yes, so today, what do you have to say?
I'm just happy to be back again, and I'm seeing the new subscribers. Just subscribe. Giving you a minute. Have you subscribed? Thank you so much for subscribing. So we can get into it.
All right. So today we have brought a topic that has always been we've been thinking about it. Like there's always been a problem. Yeah. Guess what? The red flags are waving in the flags. Like we are waving them away and we've been ignoring them. So our topic is going to be on red flags that we ignore in friendships and relationships. So we'll start with the first bit of friendship. And before we continue, what's a red flag?
For me, a red flag is something that is dangerous in a relationship. So it cannot, red flags are different. So there are general red flags and there's a red flag just for you as a person based off of your personality. So as long as it's dangerous to you or dangerous to your relationship, that's a red flag.
Correct.
What about you?
That is a red flag. So personally, I would say a red flag is something, if you cannot tolerate the thing, it's a red flag. Sorry, even though sometimes it's that you are not like a tolerating person, but there's some things you can clearly see that no, Harriet, I can't do this. Joy, but then we end up ignoring them and tolerating them. So personally, that is what I think red flags are. Yeah. So we'll dive in to list some red flags or what we think we see in friends that are red flags and sometimes we ignore them. So would you start with the first bit?
For me, I'd love to. One red flag, a very major one that we ignore, is the kind of friend who, when you're around them, they say demeaning remarks to you as a joke. That's the first red flag.
Good.
Like they tell you things like, you're so foolish. They're laughing.
You're not beautiful.
You're not beautiful, please. And they're laughing. That's a major red flag for me. That's one of the ones that I would give.
Yeah.
I want one from you.
Okay, so me, a red flag for me is someone I cannot tell I cannot tell you or give a feedback about the things that you do. Because when you try giving a feedback, they become defensive or they don't want you to criticize them. It's not even about criticize. I'm telling you that this thing is wrong. Yeah, so that is like a red flag for me in a friendship, a very big one. And if you think you're my friend and I don't tell you that what you're doing is wrong, then I'm sorry. You're not a friend. Yeah, what else?
Another red flag is the kind of friends who, when you guys are together, you can discuss something, but when another group of people enter the chat, they change or they shift the way they talk to you or the things they say to you. Like when a crowd is involved, they want to look better than you. So that's another red flag.
I have to support this. Yes.
The pick-mishas.
Oh, okay. I have to support this because it's bad. Honestly, and then now when you meet other people, you try to make me like feel less of myself. No, you're not a friend. Me, I'll not even befriend you in the first place for you to do that to me. So don't stress. Don't stress to come if you think you're that type of person. I'm sorry. To look good in front of people, forget about it.
It's a no for you.
Yes, it's a no for me. Yeah. So I think that my second red flag is someone that thinks that they are always better than someone. You don't know anything. You are this. You are that. No, I'm sorry.
That's true.
We are here to help ourselves, and that is why the term friendship comes in. So I'm not going to like be your friend if you're going to do that to me. So yes, these are like some little things that we know, and then there are some red flags that we've identified. So if you have some, you can drop it in the comment section.
And as they're dropping, there's one red flag that you have not mentioned.
Oh,
competition. Like friends who want competition. Friends who just want to compete with you, like in different levels, and they're secretly competing with you. Like when you notice even the slightest bit that a friend of yours is actually trying to compete with you in some way, that's a red flag.
Competition is killing friendships.
It is.
Sometimes it's not even secretly. At least if it's even secretly, you will not even know. Maybe, sometimes.
Yeah.
But some people are so, oh my days, openly. It's not even funny. If Joy has this phone, come and see. Joy's phone, let's say Joy's phone is iPhone 15. I have an iPhone 16. Yours is 15. So you see, like you can see that there's this competition. I always say that I don't do competition with people because I know myself. I try to be better. I am my own competition because where I want to be in this life, if you know, like you don't compete with me. Yeah. So I want to like be somewhere. So some people are so open. I mean, I've experienced it before. I remember in school, let me just share this. I remember in school, I used to wake up so early. I hated the fact that I'll wake up late and then I'll be punished or something. So by 4:30, we used to wake up at 4:30. So by 4, I was awake, laying in my bed, doing something. And that one I've learned during the night too. The shakotins. Yeah. And one time I was laying in my bed, I woke up and a certain girl was also laying in bed. Only for her to come to me and come and tell me that, hey, you, Harriet, need to have laid my bed today before you. I'm like, hello.
Doesn't make sense.
Do you know where I come from? Do you know why I do this? You think I'm competing with anyone in this school? Where I want to reach, I cannot compete with a human being. I cannot. So like that is the thing. Some people compete with you. It's too open. And me, if you think that you are competing with me, you are competing with yourself because my competition is yourself. I cannot say God is my competition, but then God is the one that is I'm looking at like ahead. You can't come and compete with because a human being can also make mistakes. Yeah, it's true. We make mistakes as human beings. So don't let there's some people I don't want to yes. Let's continue.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah. When will you compete with your friend? I call her my friend, and then only for her to find out that this dress she's wearing, I also want to buy something that's better than her. Come on, it's not good. Yeah. Do you have anything else to add to this friendship bits?
No, I think.
Yeah. Yes. We are done with this friendship bit of red flags that we ignore, and I hope we've learned a lot. So let's just go deeper into the relationship aspect of it.
I love it.
And I know this will interest most people because most people are going through it thick and thin. So yes. So what's your biggest red flag you've ignored in a relationship? Or biggest red flag in a relationship? It's okay.
I think the biggest red flag in a relationship has to be the one that I've experienced, has to be being in a relationship with a man and we're doing all relationship stuff, but this man doesn't want to put a title on it in the name of like titles don't matter.
How?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like what do you mean?
Like so yeah, that's the biggest red flag. And if you're in such a situation, let me tell you right now, he doesn't care about you. Leave. Yeah.
Run. Okay. So me, I think my biggest red flag I've not ignored, but that's my biggest red flag in a relationship is a man who doesn't listen. Yeah, because how can I be in a relationship with you and you don't listen?
Make it make sense.
I cannot live with someone who doesn't listen in the first place. Don't ask me how I know that you don't listen, but you would know.
Yes.
Like the way when your mother talks to you, she knows that you don't listen. That's the same way I know that you don't listen. Yeah, so that's my biggest red flag. Anything else you'd like to share?
Maybe the second red flag I would say is lack of communication. Like
lack of communication, 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 communication. Hello, lack of communication. And then
someone who cannot communicate clearly and who cannot communicate proactively, someone who can come to you after 3 days or even 2 or even 24 hours to tell you, I've been busy, and you are posting status, you have been busy.
And you still think he loves you.
And you think he loves you.
Be there.
Doesn't make sense.
Ah. Oh, okay. So you are listening to the red flags. And I know many people are going through it. It's not even a joke
Yeah,
anymore.
it
It's
is
not even
not
funny.
really.
Yeah. So me, I think my next red flag would
Mm-hmm.
be someone who thinks they know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like if you're in a relationship with someone like that, you suffer because they'll always let you feel less of yourself.
It's true.
Yes, because you don't know this, you don't know that, you don't know
Mm-hmm.
this,
I
and
know
it
everything.
becomes overwhelming sometimes
Mm-hmm.
if they always make you feel less of yourself. So if you are in a type of relationship that this is what's going on, please stay away because it is harming your mental health. You
It's
will
true.
never feel good about anything you have ever done
Mm-hmm.
because of the things that people say.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think that is like some of the red flags that we have noticed. As we go on, we also list like other red
Add on.
flags
Yeah.
that we know. But would there be a part two of this?
We have to have a part two, guys,
If
because this is a
yes.
it's a lengthy topic.
Yeah, so we'll have a part two. If you like it, if you share, if you comment and you subscribe, we'll do a part two of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now we can go into like why do you think we ignore red flags?
It's a good question. I think we ignore red flags because we want to be loved and we're seeking validation. Many a times, if you've grown up and you did not learn to be internally validated, you did not learn to know that this is who I am, this is who God made me to be, then you will end up looking for that validation in other people. And if you find someone who's validating you even in the least, then you just settle with them and you ignore every other bit of red flag. So that's what I think. But I want to hear what you think about that.
Oh, okay. So why I think people ignore red flags? I think that was a very valid point because you don't love yourself enough, so you settle for less.
Yes.
And sometimes it's not the fault of the people. I think it starts from the background.
100%.
Yeah. So I think before we even judge them, we should look at the background and say that parents should do a good work by making their children know their worth.
It's true.
Yeah, and then making them know, okay, you're loved. So now don't settle for less. And I see that with the parents like coming now, they are doing that. Everybody's teaching their child self-worth and confidence, how to hold yourself and things. But when it comes to others, so yeah, it makes us settle for less. And I think when you don't have the stars that you need, it like it makes you ignore. Imagine if you are like we said, a man who doesn't listen to a man that thinks that they know anything, or a woman. Please, it's not just for men. For men and women, they are both red flags in relationships. Imagine being with him, but then he's still providing with you. You tend to like providing for you. You tend to like
be comfortable. You're like, okay, he's giving me everything that I can't give myself.
yeah. So you see, so I think that that's the main reason why like we ignore red flags and then we settle for the less. Yeah. Any other thing?
Maybe okay. Another thing I feel peer pressure, maybe. Like you want to be just like everyone else. So for that many people have settled. Like you want to be with someone who has money because you also want to prove to your friends that you're with a good man. You understand? Like he's beating you, he's abusing you mentally, physically, emotionally, but you still want to be with him only because like other people also are in relationships and you don't want to be alone. I see that's another thing.
Okay, I think that's weird. It's valid to talk about like red flags in relationships and then why we ignore them. And then what do you think like the solution would be? Okay, well, people still make mistakes because we are humans.
Yeah, it's true.
But I think that there are some tips and then other things we could share to like help reduce these kind of things we hear every day about I entered a relationship with this, not knowing who was this. At least something that will make you know the person. Yeah. So let me just start. So I
Okay,
think that
please.
first look within, look at some things that the person is doing. First, like look within is very important because
100%.
yeah, if you don't look within, how you know this person is good or this person is bad, she gets it. So I feel like when you look within, you even have a fair idea of the whole relationship, however it's going about. Yeah, and then secondly, you just um don't settle before you enter that relationship. Think if you are settling because you love the person or because you want to build a future with the person, or you are entering the relationship because the person is providing for you.
Real.
Yeah, so I think like those things are the things that you should weigh. That's what I have. What do you have to share?
For me also, like you mentioned, look within, and I would say like love yourself and have the confidence to leave a relationship if it's not good for you. Like, honestly, it needs confidence, it needs courage, fortitude. Like, you need that strength to actually walk out of something that does not serve you. And with that, that courage will come. You have to trust God, that God has better for you. Like, there's lots of love out here, there's good men out here. Like, I mean, like, so you need to just have that confidence that there is better and there is more for you out there, and walk out of that relationship. Love yourself enough to leave that. That's what I would say.
All right. So these are the things that we would do to help us know like what red flags actually are, or not ignore them, and the tips and advices. So right now, what are the things that actually make us ignore the red flags? Like certain things in relationships or in your life that will make you ignore a red flag for entering a relationship or a friendship.
This one, I want you to go fast for it.
Okay, so I think the thing that makes us like ignore red flags is the provision bit of it that the person is providing for you.
Yeah.
I always say it, if you go where someone is like doing what he wants for you, I feel like the other things that you tend to ignore it, but then they're affecting you. And then secondly, if maybe the person is doing a little, let's say 10% of what you never got, you feel like it's 100% because you never got it.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
a good one.
yeah, that's it for reasons why I think people miss out on red flags. What else?
I think another thing is also, like, we talked about validation. Like, if you, there's some people, do you know, who are in terrible relationships that have lots of red flags? That man does not provide for them anything, but they're still there just because this man is doing a little bit.
It is voodoo. It is juju that the person has done them. It's not even news. Why are you still there? What are you doing? What are you looking for? Anyways,
And that person still remains in that situation just because they are feeling validated in it. So that's also comes to the aspect of internal validation, like getting your validation from within. Like, this is who I am because this is who I say I am. This is who God says I am. Yes.
all right. So now you have the tips. You know the reasons why people ignore. You know some red flags and some examples. We are definitely doing a part 2 of this. But before we do, I said like, share, subscribe. And now
I have a question for you.
yeah. Would you be a benefit of the doubt queen or
a block and go queen? Which one are you when you see a red flag?
Yeah, so tell us in the comment section if you see a red flag, would you give a benefit of the doubt or you will block and go like she said? So all too soon, guess what? We've come to the end of this with my beautiful guest friend, sister, everything. Yes, so we've had a lot, we've spoken about a lot, and I hope this was very insightful. What would be your last words before we leave?
I would say I love you guys and I can't wait for the next episode.
Oh, this is so nice. Yeah. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for joining me in making this a good session.
Thank you.
Thank you guys too for watching, and we love you guys. Bye.
Bye. Mwah.